Hello guys, here's Prognain to Inspire. Welcome to the third part of the hockey series. Today we're gonna be building we will add these sprites to our project. So let's add them. First, create a new folder. Call it res for resources. This is package, so delete it. So new folder res, and I'm gonna drag and drop this here, and you can get it in the descriptions, these images. So go here then, and properties, Java build path, and libraries. Add class folder and res. And now this icon should appear. Now let's build new classes. So first one will be renderer and put it in the .graphics folder package. And the second one will be sprite. In the sprite class will have a width, so width and height public, int width and height, public int array of pixels, public sprite, a constructor string path, and now we are gonna have buffered image. Image is equal to image io.read sprite.class.get resources and path. And now we should import that first and then surround it with try and catch, and set width to image.getWidth, and height is equal to image.getHeight. Pixels is equal to image.getRGB, and 0 width, height, and null, and 0 and width, like this. Now go into the renderer class, or not, first create those sprites that we added just. So first one will be public static sprite player 1. So just player is equal to new sprite, and it should be in this directory, so player.png. And player 2, and this is going to be p, and or back. To like this. This should get these images from here. Now go into the renderer class, and this class will have public static int width, and this is going to be equal to hockey.width, and the same with the height, so hockey.height. And now public static int array of pixels is equal to new int array of width times height. Now create a new method, public void, and these are gonna be static variable methods because we're gonna access them by renderer class. So void render background for int I is equal to 0, I is less than pixels dot length I plus plus, pixels I is equal to 0x 037777. This is a bluish color, and this should be pixels. Public static void render sprite s int xp for x position and int yp for y position. Check if xp is less than minus s dot width or yp is less than minus s dot height, or xp is greater or equal to width, or yp is greater or equal to height, and return those cases because our sprite is off the screen. The whole sprite is off the screen. So for int y is equal to 0, y is less than s dot height, y plus plus. If y, first create yy, so int yy is equal to y plus yp. If yy, that is a y position of the pixel, so if this pixel is greater or equal to height, or it is less than 0 again, we're gonna continue. This means that part of our sprite is off the screen. Now we can copy paste this. First change this to height, and now copy paste it here, and this one will be x, and this is going to be xx. So xx. To rename it like this, you have to hold Shift and Alt and R for rename. Now we're gonna create a color. So int col is equal to combine colors from s dot pixels x plus y times s dot width and xx and yy. This is going to be our method for combining alpha colors, and after that, when we have our color, we are gonna set pixels of xx plus yy times width to a color, whatever this color is gonna be. So this is our pixel from the pixel array, and these two are coordinates on the screen. So create this method, and this is going to be int col, stands for color, and this is going to be just x and just y. Now first create a few variables. So int p color is equal to pixels x plus y times width. So color on the screen or already what the color is now, pixels. This is going to be int a is equal to col shifted by 24 bits and ended with 0xff, that is 255. that is going to extract our alpha from the argb integer. If a is equal to 0xff, return color, and if a is less than or equal to 0, return p color. So if it is not transparent at all, we have to this pixel that we are sending here is not transparent at all, we are gonna just return this color, and if it is totally transparent pixel, we are gonna return the color that is on the screen now. Hope you understand. Now we're gonna extract pixel all the RGB from the pixel. So PR is equal to pcal shifted by 16 pixels, not pixels, bits. So and then with 0xff. Now I'm gonna copy paste this 2 more times, or 6 more times. So we have 6 this. Now this will be RG, PG, PB, and this is going to be 8, because every part of the color, so RGB takes up 8 bits, and that is 256 possible colors, different. And this is going to be just R and G and B. So B and G. And here it is going to be 8, and here is not going to be anything. And change this to color. Now we're going to create new R and G and B components. So we get them like this: PR minus R times A divided by 255 and F. Now copy paste these 2 more times and change this to new green and pixel green, and the same with blue. And this is G and this is B. So this is going to give us a value from 0 to 1 based on how much of alpha is in our pixel, and this is going to determine how much of previous and how much of the current pixel we are gonna have on the new sprite. And now we're gonna peg this together back. So we do this like this: 16, and we're gonna OR it with NG by 8 pixels and OR it by B. This and this are bitwise operators. This is AND and this is OR. Now we're gonna try if it works. So go into the game class, first call renderer.render background, and here for int I is equal to 0, I is less than hotkey dot pixels dot length I plus plus hotkey pixels of I is equal to renderer dot pixels I. Now run it and we see this is going to be our background. Now let's render sprites. So renderer.render sprites, and we're gonna write render sprite dot player first, and render it at 100 and 100 position, and it appears on the screen. Copy paste this 2 more times, and this is going to be player 2 and this is going to be a pack, and offset them differently so we can see them all. So get into the renderer class and change this to XP. It has to be X plus X position, and now it works properly. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.